So hello and welcome to Enterprise Networking Security and Automation. No? Module number 1, we're going to discuss Single Area OSPF version 2 concepts. So the objective of this module is to describe basic open shortest path first features and characteristics, describe the open shortest path first packet types used in a single area OSPF, explain how single area OSPF operates. So yung OSPF daw ay tinatawag na Link State Routing Protocol that was developed as an alternative for the Distance Vector Routing Information Protocol or RIP. So OSPF has significant advantages over RIP in that it offers faster convergence and scale to much network implementation. So remember ang RIP since lumang-luma na protocol design yun na mabagal na mag-converge yung mga router for routing information. Minsan sa sobrang bagal ng protocol na yun pa yung nagko-cause ng problem. Yan, nagki-create ng maling routing information sa mga devices. At the same time, meron siyang limit na maximum of 15 hops for a packet to go through or to traverse to destination. Kapag pang 16 hops na yung destination mo, considered as unreachable na siya. Ayan, yun yung ina-address ng open shortest path first. Ibig sabihin malaking napakalaking implementation nitong open shortest path first. So yung OSPF daw is a link state routing protocol that uses the concept of areas. Yan. Sabi daw dito, a network administrator can divide a routing domain into a distinct area that helps control routing update traffic. So kung i-illustrate natin yung sinasabi niyang area, drawing muna tayo ito mga router ito. Okay, ito pwedeng configure ito as OSPF. Kaya lang masyadong malaki naman yung daloy ng traffic natin dito So ang ginagawa ng network administrator para ma-minimize yung pag-update ng mga pagbato ng mga routing messages. Yan, ang ginagawa ay parang nakabilan ka yung concept niya. So pagpalagay natin ito cloud, cloud. So ito pwede nating tawaging area 1. Okay. Ito naman kabila. Area 2. Palagay natin ang IP address dito ay 1.0.0.0, 2.0.0 Tapos ito nasa gitna, yan yung tinatawag nating backbone. Para mag-connect yung area 1 at area 2, kailangan mayroong backbone sa gitna tawag dyan area 0. Yan, area 0. So may mga IP address dito naka-configure sa mga router. Of course yung mga router natin nagbabato ng update sa bawat isa. So itong router na nasa gitna na ito ng area 1 siya lang ang bahala, no, na magbato ng buong domain nito dito kay backbone, no, or area 0. So yung IP address nito summary, maaring isang network address lang binabato niya for update, same as with this area, isang network address lang binabato niya, so mas minimal yung entry sa routing table. Okay, so eto nagpapalitan ng mga OSPF messages under the same domain, same as dito. Okay, so controlled yung traffic, hindi yung isang buong area. Okay, lahat ng router ay magbabatuhan ng kanilang mga OSPF packets, no. So yung mga packets na yun, pwede kasi mag-consume yun ng ng bandwidth or speed natin sa link. Okay, ayun yung kinokontrol, no, ng mga network administrator sa ganitong klase ng setup using open shortest path first routing protocol. Okay, so let's go back to our slide. A link, ayun nga, terminology, kasi link state eh. A link is an interface on a router, a network segment or a network segment that connects two routers, no, pwedeng serial cable or pwedeng ethernet cable, router to router, no, or a stub network such as yung router mo naka-connect sa ethernet LAN or ethernet switch. Okay, information about the state of a link, no, is known as link state. All link state information includes yung network address, yung length ng mask, yung prefix, and yung cost sa link. Yung cost na to hindi yung presyo, no. Yung cost na to, kunyari sa link mo sa router na gigabit, no, gigabit interface connecting doon sa iyong local area network switch. May computation yung bandwidth doon. Okay, tapos yung value na mako-compute doon ay tinatawag na cost, no, sa OSPF. Later, no, mauunawaan natin siya. So tandaan lamang, no, na this module covers basic single area OSPF implementation and configuration, although nabanggit yung areas, no. Yan, ang coverage lang natin single area OSPF, specifically yung area 0, no. All routing protocols share similar components, no. They all use routing protocol messages to exchange route information. The messages help build data structure, which are then processed using a router algorithm, no? Router running OSPF exchanges messages, no, or exchange messages to convey routing information using 5 types of packets, no. Ito pala yung packet types, no, na binabato ng OSPF router, no. Yan, yung hello packet, yung database description packet, link state request packet, link state update packet, link state acknowledgement packet. These packets are used to discover neighboring router and also exchange routing information to maintain accurate information about the network. Yan yung buhay ni OSPF, no? OSPF messages daw are used to create and maintain 3 OSPF databases. Yan. So meron siyang tinatawag na adjacency database. Kung babalikan ninyo doon sa illustration natin, 'di ba, yung mga router natin na they are interconnected, no, using cable. Bawat router diyan, they create adjacency or connection sa bawat router. Kunyari yung R1 kay R2, yung R1 kay R3, yung R1 kay R4, and so on. Yung R2 kay R1, yung R2 kay R3. So ganun yung mini-maintain nila, no? Tinatawag na adjacency database. So sa router natin sa iOS, makikita natin yung database na yon, no? Dito sa neighbor table. Okay, neighbor table niya. Siguro pagdating na lang sa configuration, no? So yung neighbor table daw, list of all neighbor routers to which a router has established bidirectional communication. This table daw is unique for each router. can be viewed using this command, no, sa privilege mode, show IP OSPF neighbor. Okay, another database, no, that the OSPF maintains, no, yun yung tinatawag na link state database or LSDB. Okay, so yan ay makikita natin sa iOS dito sa topology table. Okay, sa topology table, it lists information about all other routers in the network. The database represent the network link state database. All routers within an area have identical link state database. It can be viewed by using the command show IP OSPF database na sa privilege mode. Okay, so in short, ito na yung pinaka ano niya, yung kumbaga sa mapa, no, kasi meron tayong street map, okay, tapos meron tayong mapa ng isang buong lungsod, no. Kung i-compare natin ang RIP, para lang siyang street map, tinuturo lang yung direction papunta sa kung saang lugar. Ito namang OSPF, sa isang domain, alam niya kung saan pasikot-sikot, no? Para siyang city map or a country map, ano. Yan. So naka-record doon lahat ng network addresses at kung paano makakapunta, gaano kalayo, no? Ayun laman ng topology table. So lahat daw ng router nagme-maintain yan. Next, yung tinatawag na forwarding database, ano. Yan. Ito na mismo yung naka-install doon sa ating routing table, no. As preferred route going to the destination. Okay. Of course, dahil lahat sila ay meron ng record, no, ng buong mapa, pwede na silang mag-isip kung ano yung ilalagay nila dito sa routing table as the best path, no. Kapag yung path na yan ay nag-shutdown, magbabase uli sila dito sa link state database na to compute for alternate path, no, going to the same destination. So dito sa routing table, this is the list of routes, no, generated when an algorithm is run on a link state database. Each router's, no, routing table is unique and contains information on how and where to send packet to other routers. It can be viewed by using the show IP route, no, doon sa ating privilege mode. So the router builds the topology table using result of calculation, no, based on Dijkstra shortest path first algorithm. Okay, itong Dijkstra, tao ito, no, pangalan nito ng isang I think mathematician, physicist, or paki-research na lang, no? Kalimutan ko, no. Basta siya yung gumawa ng ano na to, ng OSPF, ano. Yung tinatawag na shortest path first algorithm. The shortest path first algorithm is based on the cumulative cost to reach the destination. Okay, so kung babalikan ulit natin yung drawing natin, no, or kung gagawa na lang tayo ng bagong drawing, no. So OSPF kasi, no, yan yung router natin, alam niya kung ano yung information meron dito sa link na to, okay, meron niyang computation. Kunyari ito ay cost 10, kunyari dito cost 20, ito cost 30, cost 5. So explain ko to later, no, later sa module, ano. Yan. So halimbawa ito daw si ito si router A. Router A. tingnan lang natin, no? Itong si A, kunyari meron ditong local area network, no? Sige, maglagay na rin tayo, no? Local area network para may destination tayo. Yan. So tawagin natin itong ano, network X, no? So, router A going to net X. So, meron siyang record. Pwedeng dumaan dito, no? Kay 10. Makakalimutan natin yung cost dito, no? So, dapat may cost din siya rito. Palagay natin yung cost niya rito sa link na to sa gigabit ay cost 1. Ito, no? Sabi daw cumulative eh. Balikan natin. The router builds the topology table using result of calculation based on Dijkstra shortest path first algorithm. The SPF algorithm is based on the cumulative cost to reach the destination. So maraming pwedeng daanan si A going to net X eh. Pwedeng dito sa KB, no? Ang magiging cost niya ay 10 plus 20 plus 1, so 31. Ito naman cost 30 plus 1, 31. Cost 5, 5, 1, edi 10, 11. Ang pinakamababang ano rito, pinakamababang value ng cost, cumulative cost, yun yung best path para kay OSPF. So yung 11 ang pinaka best path para sa kanya. Okay, so pero may record siya, no? Lahat, no? Tapos pipiliin lang niya yung pinaka mababa yung cost, ay yung ilalagay niya sa routing table. So sa routing table niya to the destination net X, ito yung gateway si C. Okay, the SPF algorithm create an SPF tree by placing each router at the root of the tree and calculating the shortest path to each node or device. The SPF tree is then used to calculate the best route. OSPF places the best route into the forwarding database, which is used to make the routing table. To maintain routing information, OSPF completes a generic link state routing process to reach a state of convergence. Yung pagkakapantay-pantay, no? Kung kunyari sa buong topology natin meron tayong 10 network, dapat bawat router doon may 10 network na record, no? Although magkakaiba lamang kung paano sila makakarating sa bawat destination through their next hop IP, no? Or neighbor. So the following are link state routing steps, no, that are completed by a router. So halimbawa, no, meron tayong router, naka-configure na po yung IP address sa bawat interfaces, naka-active na rin yung interface using no shutdown. Tapos nag-issue tayo ng command na router OSPF at inutusan natin si router na i-advertise yung directly connected network niya. Ganon din yung neighbor router niya na si R2 halimbawa, no. So magbabato yun ng ng packet, no. Yan. So they will establish neighbor adjacency. Yan. Of course, no, habang nagko-communicate yan, nagpapalitan na sila ng ng link state advertisement. So mabubuo po yun, makukuha nila yung mga record ng bawat networks, no, saka yung cost. Kakaroon sila ng converge link state database. Tapos bahala na yung mga router to compute, to reach, no, yung pinaka best path using SPF algorithm, at yun yung ilalagay sa routing table, no? To make OSPF more efficient and scalable, OSPF supports hierarchical routing using areas, no? Nabanggit natin kanina. An OSPF area is a group of routers that share the same link state information in their link state databases. OSPF can be implemented in one of two ways, no? As follows. Single area OSPF, all routers are in one area. Best practice is to use the area 0. Yan. Meron naman tayong tinatawag na multi-area OSPF. OSPF daw is implemented using multiple areas, no? In a hierarchical fashion. All areas must connect to the backbone area 0. Routers interconnecting, no? The areas are referred to as area border routers, no? Yan. Of course, dito po sa ating module, no, ang focus po natin ay single area OSPF version 2. Pagka sinabi pong version 2, para po sa sa IP version 4 addressing. Sa IPv6 OSPF version 3 yun. Ayan. So yung concept ng multi-area OSPF, ano? Yan. So the hierarchical topology design option with multi-area OSPF can offer the following advantages. Smaller routing table. Tables are smaller because there are few routing table entries. This is because network addresses can be summarized, no, between areas, no, using yung tinatawag na route summarization. Pero by default, route summarization daw is not enabled, no. Pwedeng ano yan, configure manually, no, sa advanced routing. Reduced link state update overhead, no. Designing multi-area OSPF with smaller area minimizes processing and memory requirements, no, kasi nga dito sa area 1 nagbabatuhan niya ng link state link state advertisement, and so on. Okay, so kung isang buong area yan, hindi magsasabay-sabay lahat yan, no? Almost magsasabay-sabay lahat yan. It will consume yung link, no? Yan, dito sa area 1 focus, CR1 lang ibabato niya yung summarized version ng mga information dito sa area 1 papunta rito sa area 0. Ganon din dito yung area 51, no? Isa-summarize po ni R2 yan. Ito pong R1 at R2 na yan, area border router ang tawag sa kanila. Area border router. So balik tayo dito, no? Reduced frequency of SPF calculation. Multi-area OSPF localize the impact of a topology change within an area. For instance daw, it minimizes routing update impact because link state advertisement flooding stop at the area boundary. Yan. So meron palang flooding dito, no? Tinatawag, no, link state advertisement. OSPF version 3 is the version 2 equivalent for exchanging IPv6 prefixes. OSPF version 3 exchange routing information to populate the IPv6 routing table with remote prefixes. Take note, with the OSPF version 3 address families feature, no, OSPF includes support for both IPv4 and IPv6. OSPF address family is beyond the scope of this curriculum. OSPF version 3 has the same functionality, no, as the OSPF version 2 but uses IPv6 as the network layer transport, communicating with OSPF version 3 peers and advertising IPv6 routes. OSPF version 3 also uses SPF algorithm as the computation engine to determine the best paths, no, throughout the routing domain. OSPF version 3 has separate processes from its IPv4 counterpart. The processes and operation are basically the same, no, as the IPv4 routing protocol but run independently. Again, binanggit dito yung OSPF v3. You can search na lang for yourself, no, kung paano siya kino-configure. Yan. Pero ang focus natin is for IP version 4, which is OSPF v2. Ayan. O, pag-usapan naman natin, no, yung mga packets, no, na ginagamit ng OSPF. Yan, para makapag-build ng adjacency at makapag-maintain ng up-to-date routing information. The table summarizes the 5 different types of link state packet, yan, used by the OSPF version 2, no? Yung OSPF version 3 meron ding similar packet types, no? Anyway, balikan natin ito, no? OSPF version 2. Unang-una, no, kapag ka-enable po natin yung routing protocol na OSPF, na-enable na natin yan, magbabato po kaagad yung router natin sa kanyang active interface ng hello packet or hello message. Ang purpose po niyan is to discover neighboring router and to build adjacency between them. So makakapag-build lang siya ng adjacency kung yung router natin ay makaka-receive lang din ng hello, no? So ibig sabihin, si R1 na connected kay R2 magbabato ng hello, no, sa neighbor. Si R2 connected kay R1 magbabato rin ng hello 'yon. So kapag naka-receive sila ng hello, consider nila na meron pong neighbor, no, sa paligid. So mag-create sila ng bidirectional adjacency, no, or connection. Next, step number 2 niya, no, yung packet, kung tawagin ay database description. So itong database description daw, it checks for database synchronization, no, between routers. Okay, ibig sabihin ito na yung mga laman ng bawat router natin, no? Yung kunyari kay R1 merong network 192.168.1.0 at 10.0.0.0, no? So yun yung ibabato kasi ng ng router niya, no, or ng R1 na yun, no, doon sa neighbor niya. Meron tinatawag na link state request packet. Yan. Kung ang isang router daw ay merong hinahanap na information, no, na hindi naibigay ng mga unang bato ng packet, no, request specific link state record, no, from router to router. In response to request link state update packet, no, send specifically, no, requested the link state record. Of course, yung destination dapat mag-acknowledge yun. Yan, may tinatawag tayo na link state acknowledgement packet. Used to acknowledge yun, no, yung update, no? So link state update, LSUs, no, are also used to forward the OSPF routing update. An link state update packet, no, can contain 11 different types of OSPF version 2 link state advertisements. OSPF version 3 renames several of these link state advertisements, no, and also contains 2 additional LSAs. So link state update and link state advertisement, minsan ginagamit interchangeably yung term na yan, no? But the correct hierarchy is that LSU packets, no, contains link state advertisement messages. Yan, ito tingnan niyo, no, yung packet type 4 LSU. Sa loob ng LSU meron different LSA. Yan, yung link state advertisement packet router LSA. Yung 2, type 2, check for database synchronization between router. Yung 3 or 4, summary LSA. Yung 5, autonomous system external LSA. Yung 6, multicast OSPF LSA. 7, defined for not so stubby area. And 8, external attribute LSA for border gateway protocol, no, or border gateway patrol. So this should be protocol, border gateway protocol, no, BGP. Okay, so balikan muna natin yung hello packets, no, or hello packet. So ito yung sample illustration ng hello packet, no, yun, OSPF packet header. So the OSPF type 1 packet is the hello packet, no? Hello packets are used to do the following. It discover OSPF neighbors and establish neighbor adjacencies. Advertise parameters, no, on which two router must agree to become neighbor. Kung ang mga routers daw natin, no, kunyari meron tayong 3 router na connected sa multi-access. Ano yung itsura ng multi-access? Ganito po yan. focus tayo dito. Okay, so itong tatlong router na to, they are connected on the same Ethernet switch na. So yung OSPF daw natin dito may ginagawang election, kung tawagin ay DR-BDR. Ganito, so nagbabato ng hello dito, no, sa link na yan, and then may election na nangyayari kung tawagin ay designated router and backup designated router. Okay, so ang purpose kasi nun, kailangan meron silang parang president, no, na siyang magkokolekta ng lahat ng link state advertisement sa bawat router. Kunyari, no, itong gitnang ito, router na to, siya yung DR, designated router. Ito kunyari backup designated router. Ito DR other kung tawagin. So ito merong link state information, ibabato niya rito, saka dito. So para maging consistent yon, i-inform ni DR itong si DR other at si backup designated router of the information. Okay, kung mayroon pa ibang router dito, ganoon din, magbabato siya sa DR and BDR, pero si DR lang po ang may karapatan na magsabi, no, ito yung final information, no, parang ganun. Okay, ang trabaho kasi ng backup designated router is just to monitor the DR. If DR fails, ipopromote niya yung sarili niya as the new DR, no? Yan. Of course, kung namatay na yung original DR mo, mag-create ulit dito, mag-election ulit ng backup designated router. Ang purpose kasi nun ng DR-BDR, para hindi sila magsabay-sabay na magbato ng link state update or advertisement dito, that will cause yung tinatawag natin congestion dito sa Ethernet. Okay, so control mechanism yan ni OSPF para sa multi-access network, ano. Okay, OSPF operational states. Ayan. So halimbawa, maglalagay pa lang tayo no ng router OSPF protocol, no. So downstate muna yan, no hello packet receive kasi nga naka-down, no. Router, then kapag kunyari configure na natin router OSPF, and then nilagay na natin yung mga necessary networks, no, it will send hello packet and then transition to init state. Okay, dito naman sa init state, yan, hello packets are received, no, from the neighbor. They contain the router ID of the sending router. Halimbawa, si R1, ang neighbor niya si R2, nakapagbato na si R1 ng hello packet, no. So ibig sabihin magta-transition na yan sa init state, no. So si R2 nagbato naman ng hello packet, no. Okay, dito sa init state na to, ang laman po ng packet na yun, yung router ID ni router 2. Babalikan natin yun, yung word na router ID. Example lang po, router ID R2, no? Ayan. So palitan na sila, so they eventually transition to two-way state dito sa operation, no? Ano nangyayari sa two-way state? In this state daw, communication between the two routers is bidirectional. Ayan, pwede na magpalitan, no? Kung nando naman ulit tayo sa multi-access link na mayroong Ethernet switch, na the router elects DR-BDR dito po sa two-way state, and then transition to exchange state naman. Exchange state, on a point-to-point network, kunyari router to router or router to router using UTP cable or using serial cable, no. The two routers decide which router will initiate the database description packet exchange and decide upon the initial database description packet sequence number. Okay, so nag-uusap pala sila, ikaw muna mauna na magbato ng database description mo, susunod ako. Okay, exchange state, router exchange database description packet, no. If additional router information is required, then transition to loading. Otherwise, transition to full state. Loading state, no? Loading state. Link state request and link state update are used to gain additional route information. Routes are processed using the SPF algorithm and then eventually transition to full state. And then full state. The link state database of the router is fully synchronized. So meron ng laman yung routing table natin yan. Pwede na tayong makapag-ping from source to destination. Establishing neighbor adjacency. To determine if there is an OSPF neighbor on the link, the router sends a hello packet that contains its router ID out all OSPF enabled interfaces. The hello packet is sent to the reserved all OSPF router IPv4 multicast address 224005. Again, tandaan natin hello packets daw is sent to the reserved all OSPF router IPv4 multicast address, which is 224005. Only OSPF version 2 routers will process this type of packets na merong ganitong address. The OSPF router ID is used by the OSPF process to uniquely identify each router in the OSPF area. Ano yung tinatawag na router ID? Ang router ID daw is a 32-bit number. It is formatted like an IPv4 address and assigned to uniquely identify a router among OSPF peer without the subnet mask. So, halimbawa, yung router 1, yung router 1, pagka configure natin yung OSPF, tawagin ko siyang router-ID space 1.1.1.1. Ibig sabihin quad 1, yung router to quad 2, yung router 3 quad 3. So para sa proseso on the background, using packet capture, malalaman nyo kung kaninong kung kaninong router galing yung specific packet na na-capture natin. Yan, so mayroon silang identity. Later on, doon po sa susunod na module natin, pag-uusapan natin paano ko na-configure yung router ID. Next, when a neighboring OSPF enabled router receive a hello packet with a router ID that is not within its neighbor list, ibig sabihin bago pa lang, the receiving router attempts to establish an adjacency with the initiating router. So the process router used to establish adjacency on multi-access network. Ito daw yung nangyayari sa multi-access network Ganun ulit, down to init state. When the OSPF is enabled on an interface R1, yung topology natin dito very basic lang, R1 connected to R2 using serial or pwede namang Ethernet cable, walang switch sa gitna, or pwede rin naman, meron siyang dito muna parang dito ang example niya rito is point to point na lang connection When OSPF V2 is enabled on an interface, R1 transition from downstate to init and starts sending OSPF V2 hello out of the interface in an attempt to discover neighbors. At init state naman, when R2 receive a hello from the previously unknown R1, it adds R1 router ID to the neighbor list and respond with hello packet containing its own router ID. Okay, so ibig sabihin magre-respond siya doon kay R1 using R2 router ID. Two-way state. Ayan. R1 receive R2 hello and notice that the message contains the R1 router ID. Ibig sabihin, pati pala ito si R2 magre-return siya ng hello hello packet containing yung neighbor niya. Sinabi ni R2 ang neighbor ko si 1.1.1 ito naman R1 receive R2 hello and notices that the message contains the R1 router ID in the list of R2 neighbors. R1 adds R2 router ID to the neighbor list and transition to two-way state. If R1 and R2 are connected with a point-to-point link, they transition to exchange start. If R1 and R2 are connected over a common Ethernet network, then meron DRB-DR election na nangyayari. Okay. So, elect DR BDR. The DR and the BDR election occurs where the router with the highest router ID or highest priority is elected, no? As the DR, and the second highest is BDR. So, kung meron kang router 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, halimbawa yung 5 may router ID na quad 5, siya yung mananalo doon sa DR election. Okay, or kung dadayain nyo, no, using interface priority. Okay, mas mataas na interface priority. Kahit sino doon sa mga router na yun, pwedeng maging DR. After the two-way state, router transition to database synchronization state. This is a three-step process as follows, no? Decide first router. Yan, the router with the highest router ID daw will send its database description packet first, no? Exchange database description packet as many as needed to convey the database. The other router must acknowledge each database with the link state acknowledgement packet. Kunyari R1 naka-receive ng database description, no, kay R2, so dapat magpadala siya ng LSAC, no? Send an link state request. Each router compares database description information with the local link state database. If the database description has more current link information, no, the router transition to loading state. After all, no, link state requests, no, have been exchanged, no, and satisfied, the router are considered synchronized and in full state. Update LSUs are sent only when a change is perceived, no. May nagbago kunyari sa IP address ng kabilang router, no, nag-down yung interface na ganyan, every 30 minutes. So balikan natin, no, bakit ba nagkakaroon ng election sa multi-access topology, ano? Multi-access network can create two challenges, no, for the OSPF regarding the flooding of link state advertisement. Yan, creation of multiple adjacency. Ethernet network could potentially interconnect many OSPF router over a common link, no, creating adjacency with every router would lead to an excessive number of LSA exchange between routers, no, on the same network. Yan. So, imagine, no, kung walang DRBDR dito, ito si router na to magpo-form ng adjacency dito, 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 and so on. Ito naman ganoon din, bidirectional, no? So kung i-compute daw natin yan, no, the total number, number of adjacency is equals to n, open and close parenthesis, no, n minus 1 divided by 2. Yung n daw number of physical router natin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5. Yung n sa loob, ano rin yan, router, no, minus 1. Okay, tapos divided by 2. Okay, so ibig sabihin nito 5 times 420 divided by 2 is equals 10 adjacency. Yan yung total, no, na mangyayari na bidirectional adjacency without yung tinatawag nating DRBDR. An increase in the number of router on a multi-access network also increased the number of LSA exchange between the router. This flooding of LSA significantly impact the operation of OSPF. If every router on a multi-access network had to flood and acknowledge all received LSA to all other routers, no, on that same multi-access network, the network traffic would become quite chaotic. On multi-access network, OSPF elects ADR, no, to be the collection and distribution point for link state advertisements sent and received. A backup designated router is also elected in case the DR fails, no. All other router becomes DR others, no. A DR other is a router that is neither a DR nor BDR. Take note that the DR is only used for dissemination, no, of LSA. The router will still use the best next hop router indicated in the routing table for forwarding all other packets. So ibig sabihin for dissemination lang ito ng ng LSA, hindi siya for gateway, ha. Okay, so that's all for for this module, yung susunod na module natin is configuration na. Okay, yung mga nabanggit na mga router ID, yung mga cost, no, and so on. I hope with this short recording, no, kahit paano nagkaroon kayo ng idea, no, or naunawaan, no, yung concept ng ng OSPF. So again, no, do read your curriculum, practice yung mga quizzes, no. And thank you nga pala, no, for listening and watching, no, of this recording.